Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Video Diary Day 91. And for some of you, happy Halloween, even though it's the 30th. A lot of people, um, since Sunday is originally Halloween, that's like church day, and then there's school the next day. So, my town, and from what I understand, a couple other cities, towns, counties, they've done the same thing, and they got this whole thing called trunk or treating. Like where they're in a little parking lot, and they got candy in the back of the trunks, and people can bring their kids in. They can get a bunch of candy, at one's time instead of having to go door to door. And well, me, I didn't have any plans. Oh, well, I did have plans, but none of them really fell through. They never do. Every year, they never fall through. So, at the last minute, about an hour ago, nope, it is 8:09, so about 6:40 mom got here. No, 6:42 mom got here. We went straight to the haunted hospital, and we got here, and I just came downstairs because I was upstairs talking to my family for like 3-4 minutes. But anyway, yeah, I went to the haunted hospital. The building that was the hospital I thought was an actual courthouse, because the hospital, this whole time I was saying the hospital was the health department, or whatever they called it. Ow, my ear's ringing. Oh, it won't stop. But anyway, so this whole time, even as a kid, I thought that building used to be a courthouse. And it wasn't a courthouse, it was the original hospital in my town. I had no idea. I was always thinking it was the oldest courthouse, because there is an old courthouse, and then there's the new courthouse. But I figured that was the oldest one because it looked like a courthouse when I was a kid. Okay, and it wasn't. It was the hospital. I had no idea. But anyway, back to the story. Me, my mom, and my little sister Mackenzie went. My stepdad stayed out in the car, and at the end we got, bag of popcorn, canned drink, and this little tiny bag of candy. And before we went in, we got a gummy body parts candy. I got an eyeball. And yeah, well, it was fun. I filmed the entire thing. The footage is black, and my editing software don't work, as you can tell from my tag videos, so that was ruined once again. It pisses me off. Every time I try to actually go out in public and film, it never works. It never does. I was using my little sister's MP3 player because it's got a camera. I was like, yes. You could film 12 hours and 26 minutes and so many seconds on it. I was like, holy cow. It was a 4 gigabyte, so it was pretty cool. But, Mom got scared, and my little sister got scared too. I laughed. It was dark, and, it smelled really weird. Like, you know how it, like, spray paint, like after you shake it and then spray it and you got that aroma? In one room where it was foggy, and I guess it was like the fog smell or whatever, but it smelled horrible. And I got a headache from it now. But they had a real coffin. I wonder actually how much that cost. But see, it was really cool. It had like a morgue, it had the hospital, it had a nursery place, and it had zombie babies. That was the coolest thing ever. Like an actual baby doll that was a zombie baby. I was like, I want one. I looked at him, I go, can I have one? But I had to move on, which was sad. And then we got to the coffin, the end of it. And there was a guy laying in the coffin, and it was a fake dummy kind of thing, and it was talking. I guess it was like someone was hiding under it, or it was somebody behind us, and they were talking. And it was talking to me, and I just looked at it, and it said, come here. I was like, nah, I'm okay. I should have went along with it. And then right when I was going to get ready to walk out, over here on the right, there was a guy sitting in the chair that looked like he was stuffed, but he was real, and he jumped up at my mom, and she grabbed a hold of my sister. It was fun. I enjoyed it. $5 to get in, and it was just in and out, and I think that's a waste of $5. I mean, altogether, if you count the popcorn, the drink, and the tickets to get in, that's $8 per person, I believe. I'm no good at math, so I can't promise you the exact number, but around there, And that was 3 people, so damn flies, I hate them. Yeah, 3 people got all together, and that was 8, 16, 18, 19, 21. Wait, 24. I went over a number. See, oh my, see, math plus me equals no good. That's the only math equation I can do. Math equation problem. What's the difference? You know what? Don't answer that. Alright, so it was fun, like I said. It really was. For $5, and I wish it was longer, you know, but I wanted to go back again, but every time you go in and out, you have to pay another $5. I was like, no. But yeah, it was really cool. And next year, if they have it, I'm definitely getting it on film. I'm gonna have a better fucking camera. I promise. Next year, I promise next year, it's gonna be completely different than this year. You know, it's not just gonna be video diaries or, you know, videos of me just sitting in my bedroom. Oh, plate equals pancake and syrup. If you look around my room, there's dirty dishes everywhere. Alright, so my day in general, it consisted of listening to music, literally, from 11 o'clock to about 6, and it was either 5 or 6. I was listening to music, and during that time, I had to give the house phone to my grandma because when my uncle used it, he rented up to $70 just on one phone call. And so my grandma took the phones away, which is good for me because now the internet isn't gonna disconnect when somebody calls. I was like, yes! She unhooked all the phones, so I'm happy about that, to be honest. I mean, it's like I never used the house phone anyway, except to talk to Mom. But my cousin Landon was down here with me earlier. I still consider him family, even though his dad and my aunt are in the middle of a divorce or trying to get back together. It's a long story between those two. It really is. He was back and forth because they kept hollering for him, and I got the dogs from the house, or from the dog lot, and brought them back upstairs from my grandma. For some reason I feel like I'm jumping throughout my day, just going, you know, just telling different things that happen instead of in order like I normally do. But anyway, I did that, and I was upstairs trying to figure out which movie theater had Jackass 3D, because next week I'm going, and since it's not here in my town, I'm going to Boone, which is 45 minutes to an hour and a half away. Depends on who's driving and if there's traffic. So yeah, I'm going to go to the cinema, and I'm going to watch it and be like, yes! I've been wanting to see that movie since it first came out. I'm a huge Jackass nerd. I remember the first time I ever saw Jackass. Ooh, look at me getting sidetracked. But the first time I saw Jackass, I was in 6th grade, which was 2001. You know, back when the whole, you know, the airplanes and the towers. Yeah, I saw that over at a friend's sister's house. It was me, my friend, his sister, and his brother-in-law. And I saw Jackass the movie on VHS, and before I seen it there, I saw it at the video store, and I was wanting to buy it. My grandma was like, no. My grandma is offended by that completely. But I was a weird little kid, okay? So I watched it there, and you know, from there I've watched Viva La Bam, Wild Boys, Dr. Steve-O. I missed that show. You know, I've seen Haggard, Mean Hags. I want to see Dream Seller and stuff like that. But anyway, I'll get back to the whole point of the day's vlog. If this doesn't work the first try, fuck it. But yeah. Hold on, let me remember what else I did. What else did I do? You know what I hate? This involves today. Alright, so my cousin Tyler, the poser of the family, I've talked about him a lot. First off, he wanted to do, like, dye his hair blonde and do ICP face paint. And then he wanted to do the Crow, and then he wanted to do something different. And then he wanted to go back to ICP, and then back and forth. And he kept asking me for ideas, but, see, do not ask me for ideas if you're just going to blow it off completely. Alright? Seriously, don't. And he asked for my help to paint his face. I'll go, alright, so which one do you want exactly, and I'll do it. And he kept switching it, and I just got fed up with it. Fucking prissy little 14-year-old bitch. Well, I consider him a bitch. Yeah, so that went on all day until he left. And, yeah. Even though I own the movie Underworld Evolution, I'm too lazy to go find it from over there, back there. You see that black thing right here? This thing, it's a shelf, the one that I painted in one of my videos. It's up there on the top shelf, and I'm too lazy to turn, stand up, walk over there, pick it up, open the case, take the DVD out, and put it up over here on top of my TV where the surround sound is. So what I did is I found it on YouTube, and I was watching half of it, and I ended up pausing it and went back to watching YouTube videos, and I had a brilliant idea for a Christmas present. Alright, so there's this painter guy. He's done artwork for the Shaytards. He did a family portrait, and then he's doing a personal picture for Shay Carl. Well, I had this bright idea to, like, get the general idea of, the main people in my family. Me, my sisters, my mom, my uncle, his 3 kids, my other uncle, his 1 kid, my grandparents, and my aunt and her 5 kids, and then one of her kids, which is my oldest cousin, Chris, and his little son. So, that would be like a big family. And, yeah. Oh, and of course I'd have to include her 3 dogs, my grandma's 3 dogs. So, yeah, that would be $125, I think it is. That would be a kick-ass Christmas present. The only thing is, I don't have $125. I walked upstairs, I go, hey Grandma, I know what I'm going to get you for Christmas, but I got a question. She's like, what? I go, can I borrow $125? She was like, yeah, sure, if I had it. Being sarcastic about it. I go, well, since you're getting your disability check next month, can I borrow $125 out of it? And she just laughed at me. And then I asked my grandpa, he was like, the bank's got it. I go, well, can you go down to the bank and get it for me? And he was like, no. I was like, well, fuck. So I have no idea how I'm going to get the money. But yeah. All that happened today, so it's been productive for the most part, and the rest of it's been boring. But I would like to replay over and over and over the haunted house. I just wish I had it on film. I really do. So many memories are going to get lost unless I film them just talking about them. And, I mean, talking about them is not really as fun as getting, letting other people watch, And, yeah, I just, before it gets too personal, I'm just going to end the video. Thanks for watching, and if you guys celebrated Halloween tonight, happy Halloween, and if you're celebrating it tomorrow, then happy Hallows Eve, and then happy Halloween tomorrow. So, thanks for watching, have a good night.